By using the method of computing square, it is a quadratic function, so we expect that it's a parabola like this or maybe open downward. We are not sure because k is not given positive or negative. And then they say that expressed in terms of k, we are going to find the vertex. To find out the vertex of this function, the key point is you should write down fx is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. That means in vertex form. Computing square, that means among x squared and x, you are going to put it inside a single square bracket. That's why it is called computing square. To form the vertex form here. To do so, first, we get used to x squared, but we don't get used to kx squared. So we should extract k first to avoid any disturbance from k. So now it's very clear that it's something square, x squared, but we don't need to consider k here. After that, we are going to apply the identity. A squared minus 2ab, we have x squared and minus 12x, but what is missing is b squared. So to create this, we are going to create plus b squared. That's why the first step we have to identify what is b. Is something square minus 2 something something. This is x, so this is x also. Because it's not magic, we can't change the value, so we have to think what is the suitable item inside such that negative 2 times this will give you back negative 12. That's why we divide negative 12 divided by 2, we get 6 here. Now we identify what is missing is 6 squared. That's why I plus 6 squared here. Again, it's not magic. Whenever I add 6 squared, avoid value change, we should immediately minus 6 squared also. That's why the total value didn't change. Then, the first 3 terms inside the bracket will become bracket a minus b squared. So it's x minus 6 bracket squared. And while the last term here remain unchanged, so we just need to evaluate it, negative 36. Then we are going to separate the with x term and without x term. K time of this bracket. And then minus 36 times of k plus 68. The function create a turning point to create a minimum or maximum is because of this square. It's given a limitation, it can't be negative value, but the square must be positive or 0. So for the extreme case, this is equal to 0. Is when x minus 6 equal to 0, that means x is equal to 6. It's the same logic as you apply remainder theorem, something like that. And then the corresponding result, 0 times something, we don't need to care. So this is the final outcome for the function when x is equal to 6. That's why the y coordinates of the vertex is equal to the constant term. If you practice more, computing square is not a complicated process. After that, part B, there is another function which is called gx now. It's not exactly the same as fx, but it's related by changing something in the function, original function. First, we have to analyze what is the effect of this item. Before function, that means inside in the input side, we minus 4. And we remember that inside the input, that means it's affect the x position. And in Chinese, we call 左加右減. That means if we add something, then we will go left. In reverse, if we minus something, then you will go right. In this case, obviously, it's go right. And then another effect is outside the function. That means after the function process, we add 6. That means the result, no matter what is the outcome, we just simply add the height 6. That means go up. If it is plus, then go up. If it is minus, then go down. This is easier to understand. In this case, it's go up. And then we have we already know very clearly how the function change. Because we don't know the value of k, so we can just simply say that 6 is here, maybe the height is here. The original function may be like this. And then after that, we know that from fx to gx, we have to go right 4 steps, and then we go up by 6 steps. So if I draw it, go right by 4 steps until 10, and then go up by 6 steps. So the new vertex may be here. Then the whole function should be like this. This is y equal to gx. So when we answer the question, make sure you write clearly. You're talking about vertex of another function, y equal to gx. The x coordinate is 6 plus 4, so it's become 10. And the y coordinate, original height is negative 36k plus 68. Now we add 6 on top of it. So in total, it's negative 36k and then plus 74. Finally, they say that origin is called O, and also there is an orthocentre of triangle OPQ. So P is the vertex of original function, while Q is the new vertex of y equal to gx. We concerning about the triangle OPQ, this triangle. And then they say that the orthocentre of OPQ lie on P. Orthocentre, that means OPQ like this. From one vertex, we draw a perpendicular line to the side. This line is called attitude. We repeat the same thing on all vertex. Then the intercept point, this is called orthocentre. Now they say triangle OPQ. The orthocentre of this triangle lies on P. That means P is the orthocentre. That means if we from O connect to P and then extend until QP is form a right angle. Similar reason, from point Q, we draw to the side OP. We join to connect to P and then we extend it. This will form right angle also. That means this clumsy sentence just simply tell you that angle OPQ are 90 degrees. In our graph here, it doesn't like, it's totally do not like a right angle. It's because we just randomly draw the position, the height for the original vertex. The fact is maybe P is lower, maybe somewhere here, such that if we connect P and Q together, it form a right angle. But now we already have a very clear mind. Our clear direction is we are going to use this logic, OP perpendicular to QP. Since we know that OP is perpendicular to QP, it's because of the orthocentre is P. That's why we can draw the conclusion that slope OP times slope QP should equal to -1. Then we can build an equation with K such that we can solve it later. We focus on the slope OP first. OP, P is here. And then O is 0, 0. To write down the slope, delta y, maybe we use this one minus 0. So negative 36k plus 68 minus 0 over 6 minus 0. And then times slope QP. Again, we get used to write down in vertical order. Q is 10 and then negative 36k plus 74. So we use the same logic, compare Q and P. We use this one minus this one. Negative 36k plus 74 minus negative 36k plus 68. And then we get 10 minus 6 equal to -1. And it's not complicated here, but it's just rubbish, because how can you get there? It's just go up by 6 steps and then go right by 4 steps. So it's 6 divided by 4. Cancel out, that means negative 36k plus 68 is equal to -4. Negative 36k is equal to negative 72, and therefore k is equal to 2. It's a simple equation, linear equation. You don't even need to solve a quadratic equations. This is more difficult is because you have to know the implication and also the property of 4 centers of a triangle. But anyway, practice make perfect. It may give you more experience when you handle more and more different question type.